Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to review, because we already watched it, an extremely goofy movie. Came out in 2000. So 5 years after a goofy movie came out, an extremely goofy movie came out. Why can't I talk today? I don't understand what's going on. So this is about Max, PJ, Bobby. They are now roommates as freshmen in college, and Goofy and Pete like are having their father-son stuff, and like Max is like big into skateboarding. Max and his friends are big into skateboarding and music and girls, and Max is not with Roxanne in this movie. We don't actually know what happens to Roxanne, but whatever. So Goofy is trying to get a job because he was recently fired from a toy factory, and he misses his son Max. It's just been Goofy and Max all these years, and you know, he misses his son. So he is at a job agency basically, and the agent kind of says, listen, Mr. Goofy, if you want a job, you have to have a college degree. That's what all the jobs need now, which is a distinctly different narrative you have 20 years later, because this movie came out in 2000, but it made sense at the time. So Goofy's like, oh, you know, I only went for 3 years. I was 1 year shy of graduating. So he enrolls in the same college as Max, and shenanigans ensue. So Max is trying to be a part of a fraternity to compete in this X Games kind of, you know, thing that goes around the colleges. And Goofy actually is a better skateboarder than Max. Who would have thought? And it becomes a part of the rival fraternities group. So you have father versus son, all the drama that goes on between everything. Goofy winds up dating a librarian at some point, hysterical. Now, this movie is not a musical, and I'm still kind of disappointed in that it's not a musical, because the first one is an original musical. This one just takes songs from the 70s and intertwines it into, you know, the stuff that goes on. Like Goofy went to college in the 70s, so he brings out his disco attire and goes to different clubs and stuff and starts dancing, and like, it's just 70s, it's a 70s soundtrack. It's not an original soundtrack, which I kind of feel like it would have been great if they had like extreme music, like pop punk kind of thing going around, like early, obviously late 90s, early 2000 would be a thing. Clearly it was made in the 90s if it debuted in the year 2000, but I feel like they could have done original songs to this. I still love this movie. It's still incredible. I love the cafe scenes. That's when I first learned about the snapping during the poetry slam. I thought that was great. But yeah, an extremely goofy movie. 2000 film. An hour and 21 minutes long. Currently on Disney Plus. Go check it out. Mucho mahalo.